Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services, Bill McIntyre Chevrolet Buick, and Bunn's Auto Sales. WTHA is proud to present Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us as we honor those that served our great nation. Over the next hour, you'll hear stories of valor, camaraderie, and places that you can visit to show your support for current and former military members. Let's begin right here at home. There's a Centre County veteran who directly served 3 U.S. presidents. He was invited to White House parties and flew with President Nixon during his most emotional moment in office. While he recognizes he had a few fortunate years in service, this local veteran learned firsthand about the price that all service members can pay.
At 88, Amer Chubb Miller still wears the uniform he bought in the 1970s. Born and raised in Clearfield County, Miller joined the Army Reserves in 1949, then switched to the regular Army. He started as a paratrooper.
I spent 3 weeks down there.
But his bout with polio made it impossible for him to run.
And they said, you're no good, get out. So I had to find someplace else to go.
Eventually, that place was Army Aviation.
I loved aircraft. I didn't care whether it was fixed wing or rotor wing or what.
It took him to Vietnam, repairing Hueys. While it was only a year, he lost quite a few men from downed helicopters. When Miller got back to the States, something unexpected happened. He was asked to join Army One, one of the units that flew the presidents in various helicopters. At first, he turned them down, saying,
I don't think I'm not the type.
But after another request, he joined, maintaining the helicopters that flew Presidents Johnson, Nixon, and Ford.
But Johnson was
hard to get along with?
Hard to get along with. He wanted his aircraft now.
Miller says his favorite was Nixon. One time he rode with Nixon to the Statue of Liberty. On another trip, he toured flooding in Pennsylvania.
He'd get in the aircraft and he'd start talking. Talk. And he'd ask questions.
Miller became the supervisor and was right next to Nixon when the president said goodbye for the last time from the White House lawn. Miller was retiring too, and in the chopper, when Nixon asked him what he was going to do next, Miller said, I don't know. Nixon replied, me neither. Those famous moments and special times with presidents never filled the holes made by his fallen brothers. He can't shake his survivor's guilt.
That's my responsibility. I should have been with him. I wasn't. He's dead and I'm not.
He's learned how to soothe the deep scars he lives with today.
It helps to talk about things that's happened to you and to the people that you work with.
His wife says fortunately the pain and sadness hasn't stopped him from what he does best.
He's a very good man to start with. He really is. And he's a very good husband.
He gets plenty of attention in his uniform. People often ask him about his time in service and thank him for his sacrifice.
Does that make any difference to you?
It makes me feel better.
But there's one thing that he feels would really make a difference.
I guess I hope that war is stopped and peace is everywhere. But it won't be. That's a hope.
A tortured request from a veteran who could never really get used to the cost of war.
And keep your eyes out for 88-year-old Chubb Miller. He still wears that uniform out to military appreciation events in the community. Well, although they didn't receive a warm welcome home, many groups and state leaders are stepping up to give Vietnam veterans the recognition they deserve. Just a few months ago, a highway in Center Hall was renamed in their honor. The sign reading Central Pennsylvania Vietnam Veterans Memorial Highway stands on State Route 192 between Miles Township and Center Hall Borough. The ceremony was hosted by Representative Stephanie Borowitz, who says the sign serves as a reminder to never forget those who served. Many Vietnam veterans attended that ceremony and believe the sign will remind them of the veterans who didn't make it home.
I just want people, when they see it, to know and to remember the sacrifice that was made by the Vietnam vets. And I think it was said here over and over today that they came home to bad circumstances and were even spit upon, and that we say thank you today.
And take a look at this monument in Punxsutawney. The wall, which stands outside the VFW, recognizes 12 servicemen from the area that were killed in action since Vietnam. On the top of the memorial wall, you'll find the names and photos of these Gold Star servicemen. Below are the names of current and past service members, with 117 names right now. Before the wall was revealed in March, a ceremony recognized each of the servicemen and their families. Those family members say the wall is a special way to remember their lost loved ones.
I was 13 whenever he was killed, and like I said, it's still with us. You know, it means a lot. It really does. It means a whole lot.
Families can purchase tiles to honor their service members to be placed in the space below those gold stars. We also want to tell you about a special pinning ceremony happening in Blair County. Representative Jim Gregory, with help from other state and federal lawmakers, is holding this ceremony to commemorate the Vietnam War period. And Rocky Bleier, a Vietnam War hero and four-time Super Bowl champion with the Pittsburgh Steelers, is going to be the guest speaker. The event will allow all veterans and their families to get a Vietnam veteran lapel pin.
The Vietnam veterans who are getting older, they're running out of opportunities to be recognized. They lost so many years and decades of not being recognized, and so we want to make sure that we take advantage of this maybe one last opportunity to receive the 50th anniversary pin.
The ceremony is tomorrow at the Jaffa Mosque in Altoona. The doors open at noon. When we return, hear from a veteran that witnessed D-Day firsthand as he shares his incredible story. And honoring a local man that made the ultimate sacrifice during World War II, we'll show you how his community is making sure his memory lives on.
Welcome to the all-new Ciocca dealerships. Now, State College has a new home for Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen, featuring a larger selection and a commitment to satisfaction that has automotive news calling Ciocca one of the top dealer groups in America. We invite your family to be part of our family. The all-new Ciocca dealerships, online and on College Avenue in State College.
At Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, our mission is to ensure your loved one will never have to make decisions alone. Through advanced planning, you can choose from a wide array of burial and cremation options that ensures your family with peace of mind. For our veterans, we are honored to be the exclusive provider of veterans funeral care, offering a 10% prepaid discount for veterans and their spouses. Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services. You'll never have to go through it alone with the Anderson family.
Grandpa, why do you drive so far to work every day?
Well, I don't mind at all. I love what I do and the people who work there. Mr. McIntyre envisioned a place where customer service wasn't just service, but an experience. The staff is incredibly knowledgeable, and customers can trust that they get the best deals. Not to mention our service department is the best in the area with every tool and part customers may need. I love driving to work every day because it's worth it.
We admit the curb appeal of Beer Belly's beverage is a little limited, but for what you lose in closet space, you gain in awesome space. Lagers facing east, imports facing west, and good times available in every square foot. But unless you're one of the more than 500 labels we carry every day, you'll have to settle for the couch. Beer Belly's beverage. It's where beer lives. Find us on Facebook or at beerliveshere.com.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. When you think of World War II, you may think of one day in particular, D-Day, one of those brave souls that brought the World War II Allied fight to the shores of Normandy, remembers D-Day from afar, from his home in Florida. Patrick Ryan was only 18 years old at that time. Ryan, along with tens of thousands of American, Canadian, British and French forces, faced murderous artillery and gunfire. Inside of Ryan's home, a proud display of hats, pictures, medals, and a small model of a landing craft that was similar to those on which this now 94-year-old Navy veteran carried American troops in six different invasions, among them Sicily, Okinawa, and of course the most prominent, Normandy. With roughly 30 soldiers loading on his landing craft, Ryan headed towards the beach. He struggled with heavy seas and unrelenting enemy fire.
In the water, bullets hitting, popping up, and some of them hitting the front. And you could hear them, bang, bang.
In the dark, he guided 30 soldiers to Omaha Beach and into history. Ryan says most of the people that he knew made it out of the war all right. But like thousands of other D-Day veterans, he's never returned to Normandy and has no desire to do so. He says he thanked God he made it out alive, and he'll leave it at that. Well, if you're a World War II history buff, or you want to see more artifacts or memorabilia in person, there's a place that you should try. In fact, it may be one of the best kept secrets in Virginia, the Army's Transportation Museum. There are dozens of neat old Army vehicles housed there, but more importantly are the stories behind them and the people to tell them. Don Roberts introduces us to a World War II veteran who did some pretty special things while piloting boats for the Army.
Well, I was drafted. Yeah, I was working on the farm with my father.
Former Army Chief Warrant Officer 3, John Gregg, remembers details from 74 years ago as if it were yesterday. In 1945, the Army drafted Gregg while in high school in the no-traffic light town of Wilmar, Arkansas. Several months later, he was 8,000 miles away in the Philippines, a member of the nearly all-black 24th Infantry Regiment.
There were about 300 colored troops, which was how they were referred to back then.
And we started training on ducks in the middle of 47.
Gregg piloted duck boats, the Army's version of a floating truck in the Korean War, and he remembers coming under gunfire while crossing a river.
The enemy opened up on us with small arm fire from the beach. Well, thanks to the infantry we was carrying, so they opened up with their weapons from our ducks. And we got one duck hit pretty bad.
In 1966, Gregg completed Warrant Officer School as the first black deck warrant officer and captain of an Army landing craft utility boat.
We had 12 U-boats, 12 Army captains. I'm the only black, 15-man crew, all white. The good men, and I found out later that I knew my job, and now they worked hard. They'd do anything for me.
Gregg captained 100-foot tugboats and a 300-foot fuel tanker before retiring in 1973. Home life, he and his wife Ann ran a daycare and school in Hampton. They raised 3 children of their own before Ann died in 1989. And now at 92 years of age, Chief Warrant Officer 3 John Gregg, retired, looks back.
Well, I had a wonderful ride. I had good days and bad days, more good than bad.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Don Roberts.
Reliving World War II history through the memories of veterans like Ryan and Gregg is truly special. They're part of a group that is rapidly declining. And while most that served during the war have already passed on, folks around the country are making sure their memory lives on. A group gathered in Cambria County recently to honor Private First Class Steve Close, a local veteran that gave the ultimate sacrifice. His name can be seen by all that cross a bridge over Blacklick Creek. Our Colleen Knutson shows us what the dedication means to his family.
Private First Class Steve Close, a former resident of Cambria County, served with the 191st Tank Battalion during World War II. On September 11, 1943, during Operation Avalanche off the coast of Salerno, Italy.
It's a very famous location where this occurred. For more than 2,500 years, people have been invading this part of the world on these very same beaches. So there's a great deal of history, and my uncle is part of that now.
Close was killed at just 27 years old.
This community will always remember the sacrifice that he made.
Close's family gathered as the bridge that spans Plank Road over Blacklick Creek was named in his honor.
I'm glad to see that this community still lives, and the memory of my uncle will continue to live.
But this bridge and the creek running underneath it have a deeper meaning for the Close family.
This is my roots. You know, when I was a child, I would come and play in this creek. Little did I know.
A man who gave his life for his country, being remembered in the community that knew him best. In Cambria County, Colleen Knutson, WTAJ News.
Coming up on our Veterans Voices special, a man who's possibly the last living Buffalo soldier sharing his story. Hear how he remembers the attack on Pearl Harbor.
We call it the Mother Standard of Care. It's how we bring real hope to our cancer patients. Like Viola. When she was diagnosed with breast cancer, her team at CTCA created a personalized care plan that treated her cancer and strengthened her spirit. So Viola could focus on her future, their future. This is how we inspire hope. This is how we heal. Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Appointments available now.
Save up to $1,000 on top brand mattresses at Wolf's Veterans Day Mattress Sale. With Hot Buy Queen mattresses as low as $298. Unprecedented. Innerspring mattresses as low as $22 a month. Hybrids as low as $23 a month. Memory foam as low as $24 a month. And that's not all. Your choice of free gifts. Up to 72 months interest free and free delivery. The once-a-year Veterans Mattress Sale. Now at Wolf's.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as one day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
We're the perfect fit. At Huntington County Career and Technology Center, we train tomorrow's workforce today. If you are still deciding on a career path or taking your career to the next level, HCCTC provides you with the classroom and hands-on training necessary to become successful, with various programs available, such as nurse aides, practical nursing, phlebotomy, and many other choices. There is a career choice here for you. Start your career today by browsing online or visiting us in person. HCCTC, training tomorrow's workforce today.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. As we continue to honor those that served, we want to introduce you to a man who's perhaps the last living Buffalo soldier. His name is Steve Lewis. At 97 years old, he remembers very specific details of his time in the military, his time in college, and the exact location where he was the day the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Rod Carter has his story.
Retired Army Corporal Steve Lewis is living history.
I was in 12th grade when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor.
The 97-year-old Manatee County veteran vividly remembers the day that changed America forever.
It was on Sunday, and I didn't. So it says Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and we didn't have during that time we didn't have no TVs. We had a radio.
Although after Pearl Harbor, Lewis enrolled at Florida A&M College in Tallahassee, now FAMU, a country at war meant studies took a back seat.
Every man in college had to be in the enlisted reserve corps.
Eventually, he was assigned to the 9th Cavalry, one of two black cavalries known as the Buffalo Soldiers. The all-African-American groups started during the Civil War. Their service, though, lasted until 1948, when President Harry S. Truman integrated the military, and by the early 1950s, they were gone.
And we didn't know a thing about no Buffalo Soldier in the Army. Okay. We never heard it.
Mr. Lewis may be the last living Buffalo soldier around. He remembers his duties well.
Each man was assigned a horse, and you had to take the horse. When you're ready to go out, you ride the horse, bring him in, wash him down, clean him up, feed him, then you go eat.
Ralph Barnett is putting together a documentary about the Buffalo Soldiers.
In spite of the huge swath of American history that they cover and their importance in American history, the story's never really been told.
Mr. Lewis is going to be a big part of that film.
They don't give it the publicity it needs.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Rod Carter.
Well, the attack on Pearl Harbor has been ingrained in the minds of anyone that lived that day. More than 2,400 Americans were killed the morning of December 7, 1941. More than 1,100 others were wounded. The Japanese damaged all 8 U.S. Navy battleships, sinking 4 of them. All but the USS Arizona were later raised, and 6 were returned to service, going on to fight in the war. Every year, nearly 2 million people visit the USS Arizona Memorial to pay their respects and honor the lives lost. Christine Uyono takes a look at what it takes to maintain this landmark.
Every day, this memorial welcomes nearly 5,000 people, some waiting in long lines to get in.
I just lost my dad, who was a veteran, and I just want to come and pay some kind of respect, memory of my dad.
The 184-foot USS Arizona Memorial honors the memory of the crew, as well as other service members and civilians who died during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. To ensure this landmark continues to be preserved, about 40 staff members and numerous volunteers work daily to care for this memorial.
We have volunteers who help with handing out tickets, and then some of them really love to be out on the USS Arizona Memorial itself to provide historical and information about the people who fought and died on the Arizona on December 7th.
Recently, several large groups of volunteers, including Navy personnel and their families, helped scrub the decks, repaint, and reopen the memorial and dock. It was closed for more than a year due to damage caused by king tides.
And together, those 130 or so individuals contribute about $20,000 in labor to the rebeautification effort out at the USS Arizona Memorial.
Manning the memorial doesn't just mean everyday care, but also long-term maintenance. One of the projects on the horizon, a new $4 million dock here at the Visitor Center. Projects like that and staff and volunteers are what's necessary to maintain the memorial, so this landmark and the lives lost are always remembered. For Veterans Voices, I'm Christine Ueno.
Still to come, veteran health care is a top priority for service members, their families, and leaders across the nation, but it doesn't come without growing concern. We'll tell you why lawsuits are being filed out nationwide. First, though, meet a veteran really making a name for herself as a businesswoman in her community. We're going to hear what inspired her decision.
At Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, our mission is to ensure your loved one will never have to make decisions alone. Through advanced planning, you can choose from a wide array of burial and cremation options that ensures your family with peace of mind. For our veterans, we are honored to be the exclusive provider of veterans funeral care, offering a 10% prepaid discount for veterans and their spouses. Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services. You'll never have to go through it alone with the Anderson family.
Joel Confer Toyota is a 3-generation dealership. Joel Confer, Corey Confer, and Seth Confer. Joel Confer Toyota in State College has been taking care of Toyota customers for over 40 years with Toyota service. Our Joel Confer Certified Collision Center, Toyota Care, our Owner's Reward Program, Toyota Rent-A-Car, Toyota Certified Used Vehicles, and our Joel Confer Auto Detailing. Go to joelconfer.com for more information. Visit us today at Joel Confer Toyota in State College.
Your bank probably offers online banking, mobile banking, and other convenient services. But do they really care about you? At Altoona First Savings Bank, we focus on you and building a relationship. So if you enjoy convenient banking but are tired of being a number, we invite you to experience true community banking at Altoona First. Because you could choose any bank, but you deserve a better bank.
Oh boy, I love Belding & Mall. Look at all the great hunting gear. Those are some nice rifles. That's the biggest selection of ammo I've ever seen. Primers, powders, look at all these accessories. This hunting season, come down to Belding & Mall in Phillipsburg. You'll stock up on everything you need and you might even get to see me. All the tools you'll need for your hunting adventure. Belding & Mall is more than just a gun store.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. As we continue to honor veterans across the country, our next story takes us to Hampton. A Navy veteran there has taken her military skills and applied them to running her own business. As a woman and a veteran, she's seen as an anomaly, and that's something she hopes to change. Maria Elena Valores shares her story of determination and persistence.
There's something about a coffee shop that pulls you in. It might be the tasty drinks or the cozy couches. Here at Sweet Beans, it's the smiles you'll see behind the counter.
I'm so sorry, we're just talking.
This coffee shop is Mallory Ruggs' passion project. Nearly 10 years ago, Mallory started working as a barista when her husband first enlisted in the Army. She loved it.
I said, I just figured out what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I know I don't want to work for anyone else doing it.
But first, she felt called to serve and joined the Navy in 2012.
I was a fire controlman, I was a spy technician.
That's when she met her friend, Heather Amadeo.
Her husband and I had the same job. And
their families became close.
We would sit on the front porch and I would tell her about my dreams and I was gonna make it happen. And she goes, yeah, that sounds amazing. Like, I'd love to do that. I go, yeah, you should do it with me. And then they got stationed in Hawaii.
But as luck would have it, both families wound up in Norfolk in 2017.
She's like, all right, I'm gonna ask you a really important question. I was like, okay, what is it? She goes, are you serious about the coffee shop? I was like, yeah, I am. And then we hit the ground running.
Mallory finished her enlistment, but still works on base as an instructor. The two women got to work.
It was so much harder than I anticipated. I wasn't prepared for how every single bank would want something different in the business plan.
It would be endless nights of just working on the business plan, working on what we needed to sell, how we were going to sell it, and it was just hair pulling sometimes.
But finally, they got a loan and they found this spot not far from NASA Langley. They opened in May and already have loyal customers, some who are surprised to hear their story.
When they come here and they're surprised by two factors all at once. They're one, they say, are you the owner? And we say, yes. They're like, oh. And then they find out that I was in the military and they're like, really? Both of those things? So it's really funny to have that conversation. And once they find out about those, then it starts this really great conversation.
As a female and veteran-owned business, Sweet Beans is somewhat of an anomaly.
There's still kind of that idea that a woman veteran is different, you know, and with her and with Heather, there aren't very many pair of women that are stronger than those two.
But they believe that stereotype is changing.
In a normal division, you have a couple women to 20, 30 men. So, I mean, I understand why there is a stereotype. However, I look forward to being able to break that stereotype.
Mallory and Heather are determined to help other women, giving them advice on how to start their own businesses.
If you are so passionate about something and you feel like you have something that you can sell, then exhaust all outlets.
Paying it forward.
It's a very empowering feeling knowing that we were able to help somebody else make their dream come true.
Using their training, their story, and their voices to inspire female veterans and beyond. For Veterans Voices, I'm Maria Elena Boloris.
When we return, we'll show you how a local veterans center is raising awareness about veterans health care while honoring women that serve.
For 50 years, Dance Theater of Harlem has provided access to ballet for all. Performing a forward-thinking repertoire of classics and contemporary works, the company uses the language of ballet to celebrate African-American culture and spread a message of empowerment. Dance Theater of Harlem, Tuesday, November 12th at Penn State's Eisenhower Auditorium. Tickets on sale now at cpa.psu.edu.
Oh boy, I love Belding & Mall. Look at all the great hunting gear. Those are some nice rifles. That's the biggest selection of ammo I've ever seen. Primers, powders, look at all these accessories. This hunting season, come down to Belding & Mall in Phillipsburg. You'll stock up on everything you need and you might even get to see me. All the tools you'll need for your hunting adventure. Belding & Mall is more than just a gun store.
Say hello to Dr. David Faber of Advanced Vein Care of Altoona. In his state-of-the-art facility, Dr. Faber has performed over 3,000 procedures. Using the most innovative and advanced vein treatment, Dr. Faber brings you the best possible outcome for healthy and beautiful legs, virtually pain-free. Tired, achy, heavy legs interfere with living your best life. Advanced Vein Care of Altoona provides you with personalized service. Call Advanced Vein Care of Altoona and say goodbye to varicose veins.
Steeple Furniture has 40,000 square feet of showrooms.
The largest Lazy Boy gallery and Restonic mattress center in the area.
Guaranteed lowest prices, free local delivery.
Or pick up your purchase and get an additional discount.
Voted the favorite furniture store in the Tri-County area.
Steeple Furniture of Brockton.
We're big.
Give the best DNA gift this holiday season. With Ancestry and Health, you get more than 1,500 geographic regions and insights into your health and an automatic family tree builder, and it's 50% off all November long.
Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services, Bill McIntyre Chevrolet Buick, and Bunn's Auto Sales. You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Right now, roughly 10% of the female population are veterans, and that number is growing. Yet these women face barriers and challenges gaining access to the medical care and services that other veterans are offered. Now a group in our area is raising awareness and giving these women the recognition they deserve. Take a look. These photos are part of a campaign held by the James E. Van Zandt Medical Hospital and in Altoona and their outpatient clinics called I Am Not Invisible. The campaign is a way of thanking more than 40 local women who served and offering information on the services they offer. Every day, the center posts a photo and a little bit of each veteran's service biography to their Facebook page. It's a great way to raise awareness and thank those who are often overlooked. Well, veteran health care is one of the many growing concerns across the country. Right now, lawsuits are being filed aimed at a defective product that was issued to thousands of members of the military: earplugs. The investigation centers around a specific type bought by the Defense Department from the 3M company. Bill Riles shows us how that defective product led to serious problems for thousands of service members and what's being done to hold the company accountable.
This is the environment of the modern military. Much of it is loud. So loud, in fact, that everyone is issued earplugs to protect their hearing. Kevin McAnally spent more than 2 decades in the Army working on the CH-47 Chinook helicopter.
The engine's running on a flight line where you might have, say, a half a dozen to a dozen aircraft turning up.
But now, because of earplugs the U.S. government alleges were defective, he's suffering from hearing loss.
I can tell by the loudness of the TV now, loudness of the radio.
And it's not just a loss of hearing.
The other big thing is the constant ringing in the ears, too.
And he's not alone. Thousands of other service members who were issued these earplugs made by 3M between 2003 and 2015 may also have significant hearing loss. That hearing loss is evident in audiograms like this one Beltone's David Adams is administering.
You can go anywhere in the world and we all do it the same way.
Service members are required to get these audiograms, responding to a series of beeps at different megahertz when entering and exiting the service. Even those who didn't go into combat are subject to high noise levels, like former military policeman Brandon Wright.
A lot of stress tests, sirens going off, weapons, concussion grenades going off.
Now both men are suing 3M over their hearing loss they claim was caused by these earplugs.
For many years, the military used this type of earplug. This is simply foam. It's made by 3M too. You just squish the end down, put it in your ear, and when it expands, it blocks out the sound. That type and this orange type here work to block out about 30 to 40 decibels. Then in 2003, the Army began switching to this earplug, the Combat Arms, also made by 3M. The green side meant to work as a normal earplug. The yellow side, though, is said to allow you to hear your buddy talk to you while also blocking out loud noises.
But the Department of Justice, which recently reached a $9 million settlement with 3M, says 3M's own testing showed they just didn't work.
It actually tested at -2 NRR. That's a noise reduction rating. What that means is their own tests showed that this side amplified noise.
But attorney Ed Rowan says the company sold them to the military anyway, knowing they were defective. And that, says Rowan, who is also a Marine, makes it personal.
They took advantage of veterans, and that riles me up.
Now, one important note, this is not a class action lawsuit. These are all individual cases being brought before a federal judge in Pensacola. When asked about the lawsuits, 3M said, quote, "We deny this product was defectively designed and will vigorously defend ourselves against such allegations." You can read their full statement at our website, wearecentralpa.com. Still to come, veterans across the country are keeping their camaraderie alive by helping each other. We'll show you a few that are really stepping up their efforts to lend a helping hand.
Boscov celebrates Veterans Day with incredible deals throughout the store. Take 40 to 64% off Missy's Better Casual and Career Sportswear, $19.99 to $29.99. 40 to 60% off Alfred Dunner and Kathy Daniels Coordinates. Stay warm and cozy with 50% off ladies' cold weather accessories and Nike activewear for men, ladies, and boys, all at 25% off. Boscov's would like to thank all veterans for their service. Enroll in our military discount program at all Boscov's.
Grandpa, why do you drive so far to work every day?
Well, I don't mind at all. I love what I do and the people who work there. Mr. McIntyre envisioned a place where customer service wasn't just service, but an experience. The staff is incredibly knowledgeable, and customers can trust that they get the best deals. Not to mention our service department is the best in the area with every tool and part customers may need. I love driving to work every day because it's worth it.
At Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, our mission is to ensure your loved one will never have to make decisions alone. Through advanced planning, you can choose from a wide array of burial and cremation options that ensures your family with peace of mind. For our veterans, we are honored to be the exclusive provider of veterans funeral care, offering a 10% prepaid discount for veterans and their spouses. Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services. You'll never have to go through it alone with the Anderson family.
Welcome to the all-new Ciocca dealerships. Now, State College has a new home for Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen, featuring a larger selection and a commitment to satisfaction that has automotive news calling Ciocca one of the top dealer groups in America. We invite your family to be part of our family. The all-new Ciocca dealerships, online and on College Avenue in State College.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. After leaving the camaraderie of the military, some veterans often feel isolated. One Virginia man's made it his mission to offer them a sense of community once more. Amy Simpson shares his story.
Tucked away just south of Richmond, this home is part of James Howard's new normal.
What kind of fish are in the water here?
They got bass, catfish, crappie, a little bit of everything.
No swimming in this water.
The retired Army Ranger, wounded by shrapnel, surviving explosions in Iraq, ultimately a diving accident leaving him paralyzed.
It's been a long road. I've been in a wheelchair for 10+ years.
Howard served multiple tours overseas, and now he serves others who have served. Each month for the past 5 years, hosting a disabled veterans retreat with his nonprofit, Veterans and Athletes United.
Lots of veterans out from the VA, polytrauma, spinal cord injury, long-term living care, and just get a day away from the hospital.
After his injuries, Howard says a sense of community helped him push forward.
I don't have any hand function, but I find ways to pick up cups or do different things, close doors, and it's the little things you pick up on and you learn from others that I think are most important here.
At the monthly retreats, they eat, they chat, they enjoy. Jerry DeLay returning for his 3rd time.
It's hard to communicate with a regular civilian that hasn't been in a combat situation.
Working to recover or learning a new normal. Each veteran has a unique story.
Make the best of things and really just, continue to do what you did before, just kind of do it in a different way.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Amy Simpson.
Now, retreats like these happen in both Virginia and North Carolina, and all disabled veterans are welcome. Locally, a similar service is being offered thanks to one veteran's mission to help those with PTSD. Ryan Decker, who's also suffered from PTSD and anxiety, started his nonprofit, Last Line, to provide veterans with free vacations to his family's farm in Fulton County. He recently opened up a store there on Main Street in Everett, where folks can donate and take clothing as well as buy the Last Line apparel. The proceeds from the apparel sales go towards building tiny homes for the veterans and their families to stay at on his family's property.
They see people treating people like you're not supposed to do.
And it's just important to make them feel like they're not forgotten, and they still have brothers out there that are willing to go out of their way to assist them in any way possible.
Decker says the grand opening for the shop is in November, but folks can message him on social media if they want to come to the store before then. From battling disabilities and PTSD to finding a job, the transition from military to civilian life is challenging for many veterans. There isn't a fix for all, but one bakery in Washington, D.C. is working to ease that transition, one scone at a time. Dog Tag Bakery serves as a living business school for wounded veterans, their spouses, and caregivers. Its mission is to help provide a recipe for success for veterans making the transition into the civilian workforce. The participants enroll in a 5-month program where they receive an education at Georgetown University and real-life work experience at Dog Tag Bakery.
Where we really start investigating and dipping their toes back into education, this entrepreneurial mindset, as well as understanding what the workforce looks like. But really at the end of the day, we're trying to help them rediscover their purpose and rediscover their voice.
According to the Defense Department, more than 250,000 service members leave the military each year. You can find more information on the bakery and the services for veterans by heading to our website, wearecentralpa.com. You can find these stories under the Veteran Voices category. Well, still ahead, people are not the only ones that serve. We're going to look at how a man's best friend is helping the military and even veterans after they return to civilian life.
For all of your window installing needs, contact Your Building Center today. We work with elite contractors to ensure your windows are crafted and installed with quality and care. YBC makes sure that your home is the home of your dreams. Visit us at ybconline.com for more information.
At Joel Confer BMW and State College, we want to provide you with premium experience. We are here to show you why BMW is the most unique and exciting vehicle ever built. Experience the difference at Joel Confer BMW. Stop at Joel Confer BMW at 120 East Clinton Avenue in State College, located behind the Waffle Shop on North Atherton Street. Visit our spacious showroom and drive away with the ultimate driving machine, Joel Confer BMW of State College.
Oh boy, I love Belding & Mall. Look at all the great hunting gear. Those are some nice rifles. That's the biggest selection of ammo I've ever seen. Primers, powders, look at all these accessories. This hunting season, come down to Belding & Mall in Phillipsburg. You'll stock up on everything you need and you might even get to see me. All the tools you'll need for your hunting adventure. Belding & Mall is more than just a gun store.
At Altoona First, we believe that we make communities better by providing the best banking for local businesses. These are the people, the neighbors, and the dreams we support with better banking and uncommon customer service. Get competitive rates, deal with local people, and get quick turnaround at Altoona First Savings Bank.
Need a new garage door? Contact Your Building Center today. Our elite contractors work with you to ensure your next garage door is made with quality and care. Visit us at ybconline.com for more information.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. We all know that dogs can be more than just a loyal pet. From support animals to canine officers, dogs can play an important role in our lives. And for some members of the military, they can help with everyday tasks. Christine Oyeno shares the story of a veteran who has a new outlook on his life thanks to his four-legged friend.
John Seeley spent 28 years in the military, serving in places like Vietnam and Schofield Barracks on Oahu. But it was after retirement when he was faced with a new battle.
I'd never heard the word before, and you know, it's really a disease of the nerves.
In 1988, he was diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy.
It started off with just a very small spot on my leg that was numb. And since then, you know, my whole right leg is numb. It's migrated over to my left leg and come up. And I don't have balance. My balance is lousy. And I really need 3 points to connect, or I lose my spatial orientation.
3 years ago, Seeley was introduced to his third point, Eli, a Labradoodle assist dog.
Eli, come on over here. Now brace, Eli. And when I'm sitting in a chair, a low chair, and I can't get up, the signal does not go from my brain to my legs that says, John, stand up. It just doesn't go there. But once I get started, I can finish the thing. So, you know, I position Eli in front of me, and he understands that this is the brace position there. And then I really push down on him to stand up.
Eli also helps Seeley get items that may have fallen.
Eli, get it. Get it, Eli. Get the card. Get it. Now bring, give.
Their relationship didn't start out this way. Seeley originally agreed to train Eli from Hawaii Fido service dogs to help someone else.
Some of the other dogs, once they get older, will go on to other skills as needed, depending on the individual, opening up doors, taking laundry out of the dryer, taking your shoes or clothing off, depending what the individual needs.
Susan Lewers created this accredited program 20 years ago. They've placed over 150 dogs, including nearly 20 to veterans. She said one of the top requests is assist dogs who can help with PTSD.
Like the eye contact one is a PTS one, where the dogs can go in and check out a room or go behind and watch their back. Just simple things that make their handlers a little bit more comfortable.
The canines do neurological stimulation exercises when they are 3 days old. As for Eli, after a year of training with Seeley, he became his assist dog.
How would your life be different without Eli? What would your life be like?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I can't give you an honest answer. I don't think that I would. I don't think I would probably be as active as I am. I mean, Eli gives me a reason to get up every morning. I can tell you that if I didn't have Eli, if I lost Eli today, there would be a void in my life.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Christine Ueno.
Fantastic. Well, if there's one thing that most servicemen and women can agree upon, it's this. The military can take you all over the world and allow you to experience things that you may not experience anywhere else. For example, retired U.S. Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer Andy Sutter learned that when he started his military career at the age of 19, he left New York and headed to a naval station Norfolk in Virginia, the largest naval base in the world. During his 26 years in the military, he provided security for service members at sea, flew Navy hovercrafts, and was on board the USS Ashland during an attempted terror attack in 2005. You can learn more about him and others by visiting our website, wearecentralpa.com. Just search under the Veterans Voices category. Well, stay with us. We're going to tell you about a group of women called the Blue Star Moms and their mission when we return.
Do you have any idea how your mattress affects your body and how well you sleep? Is it too hard or too soft, causing you to wake up with sore shoulders, back, or hips? Are you uncomfortable because you're too hot or too cold? Now you can get the total body support you need and the better sleep you want with the new MyPillow mattress topper.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell. When I invented my new MyPillow mattress topper, I made it to have everything you'd ever want in a topper. My mattress topper helps give you the support you need, helps relieve your pressure points, and regulates your body temperature for you as an individual. It comes with a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry the cover. It's made in the USA, and I back it with my 60-day money-back guarantee.
Go to MyPillow.com or call now to get your very own MyPillow mattress topper. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 30% off and 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free. Order now.
MyPillow topper delivers on its promise to give me a better night's sleep.
I can sleep all night through, and it's a miracle for me.
Mike's exclusive 3-layer design starts with a layer of MyPillow foam, providing you superior support and comfort. The second layer of transitional foam evenly distributes body weight and helps relieve uncomfortable pressure points for optimal comfort. Mike's Ultra Soft Outer Layer is a patented temperature-regulating cover that helps keep you at your ideal sleeping temperature all night long. Unlike other sleep systems costing thousands, the MyPillow mattress topper takes comfort to a whole new level without any wires, remotes, or moving parts. Call now or go to MyPillow.com to order your MyPillow topper. Use the promo code to save 30%. When you do, Mike will give you 2 of his standard MyPillows absolutely free. That's right, 2 standard MyPillows free and 30% off your MyPillow topper today. Order now.
I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you'll ever own.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Well, welcome back. There's a common saying among military families, when your loved one serves, the family serves too. This sense of community is found in hometowns throughout the U.S. Amy Simpson tells us how a group of women are supporting others.
Ladies supporting ladies.
It takes a village, especially when your child is in the military.
This group of women didn't sign up to serve their country, but their sons and daughters did.
You come together here and we listen to each other and we get it. And it's just that understanding that isn't often provided out in the real world.
This is just one of more than 200 chapters of the Blue Star Mothers of America. Here in Virginia's capital city, they call themselves the Blue Star Families of Richmond. Stephanie Sill says it's a sisterhood.
My oldest son, Joshua, is actually a veteran now of the Army. He served about 8 years.
Her son's deployment made her appreciate other moms who can relate.
He plays with bombs for a living, so pretty much every day was a stressful day for me.
Moms with grown children in dangerous places, fighting their own battles on the home front.
As a mom, you really have to turn to people like your friends and the Blue Star moms who understand what you're going through.
The group gets together all year long, packing treats for troops, sending care packages to dozens of active duty service members. Each December, decorating a holiday tree at the Virginia War Memorial. But they also support moms who've lost a child in action.
One of the other missions of Blue Star Moms is to take care of Gold Star mothers.
On that holiday tree, gold ornaments honoring the fallen. They also pay tribute at the local cemetery.
We go and we put flags on every veteran grave in that cemetery.
Susan Holcher is one of the newest members of the group.
I joined the group and immediately they sent a care package to my daughter.
This mom joins nearly 6,000 members across the country. Right now, her daughter is deployed in the Middle East.
Every day you say a prayer that she's going to be safe and everybody that she's serving with is going to be safe.
These moms say they're filled with emotions while supporting their sons and daughters. Pride to have a child in uniform, coupled with worry and uncertainty during moves and deployments.
And they have all kinds of advice and wisdom to give those of us who are now experiencing it for the first time.
These strong women wearing their blue stars proudly.
My kid went and joined the military. Well, I can do my part here in my hometown by taking care of those who also served.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Amy Simpson.
Now, the Blue Star Mothers of America has chapters all over the country. Type in your city on bluestarmothers.org to find the group closest to you. After the break, a national movement's hitting close to home. We're going to show you a local group's efforts to make sure every fallen veteran is remembered for the holidays and how you can get involved.
For over 40 years, Joel Confer Toyota has provided the utmost customer service while serving local communities. Stop in today and let Michael King show you the newly redesigned 2019 RAV4. Log in at joelconfer.com or visit our showroom at Joel Confer Toyota of State College.
Say hello to Dr. David Faber of Advanced Vein Care of Altoona. In his state-of-the-art facility, Dr. Faber has performed over 3,000 procedures. Using the most innovative and advanced vein treatment, Dr. Faber brings you the best possible outcome for healthy and beautiful legs, virtually pain-free. Tired, achy, heavy legs interfere with living your best life. Advanced Vein Care of Altoona provides you with personalized service. Call Advanced Vein Care of Altoona and say goodbye to varicose veins.
Oh boy, I love Belding and Mall. Look at all the great hunting gear. Those are some nice rifles. That's the biggest selection of ammo I've ever seen. Primers, powders, look at all these accessories. This hunting season, come down to Belding and Mall in Phillipsburg. You'll stock up on everything you need, and you might even get to see me. All the tools you'll need for your hunting adventure. Belding and Mall is more than just a gun store.
At Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, our mission is to ensure your loved one will never have to make decisions alone. Through advanced planning, you can choose from a wide array of burial and cremation options that ensures your family with peace of mind. For our veterans, we are honored to be the exclusive provider of veterans funeral care, offering a 10% prepaid discount for veterans and their spouses. Kennedy Anderson Funeral Home and Cremation Services. You'll never have to go through it alone with the Anderson family.
For over 40 years, Joel Confer Toyota has provided the utmost customer service while serving local communities. Stop in today and let Corey Confer help you find your next Toyota vehicle. Good things happen when you buy local. Log in at joelconfer.com or visit our showroom at Joel Confer Toyota of State College.
Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services, Bill McIntyre Chevrolet Buick, and Buns Auto Sales. You're watching Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Family Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.
Welcome back. Before we wrap up our show, we want to tell you about a group in our area asking for your help to recognize our nation's fallen heroes. With more than 1,400 veterans' graves in Cameron County, the local chapter of the Nam Knights Motorcycle Club wants to make sure no one is left out. Allison Gens has more on their efforts from Emporium.
President of Nam Knights Allegheny Mountain Chapter, Michael Spaeth, wanted to bring wreaths across America to Cameron County after seeing wreaths placed in Arlington Cemetery.
And it was just awe-inspiring to see the people scrambling around Arlington, 18-wheelers everywhere full of wreaths, and just trying to get a wreath on every stone there. And
instead of placing a small number of wreaths, Spaeth and the other 18 members of the motorcycle group decided to take on the entire county. That's 35 cemeteries and more than 1,400 veterans. Plus, they hope to include first responders too.
It's a big mission, and we're not sure if we're going to make it for the first year. We're hopeful, but it's not going to discourage us, and we're certainly going to do it in subsequent years as well.
They need the community's help to do it. Wreaths are $15 and can be purchased for a specific grave or donated to the project.
Now, so far, they've collected donations for more than 130 wreaths. Now, if you want to find out more about how you can help the club reach their goal, visit our website, wearecentralpa.com. Thank you for joining us as we honored our nation's veterans and heard inspiring stories from those who are a living history. If you missed any of our show, you can find all these stories and exclusive content on our website under the Veterans Voices tab. We hope you have a great night.
WTHA is proud to have presented Veterans Voices, sponsored by Anderson Funeral Homes and Cremation Services.